doing, everyone? Thanks for joining me. So I've replaced my head torch, my old trusty Petzl Nao that I've had for absolute years, and I've replaced it with the new version. So the old one I'd had since it first came out, first version. Absolutely loved that head torch, my favourite head torch in the world ever. Had some great features, but I did have the opportunity to sell it on to somebody and get the upgrade to the new one. So that's the new one. It's pronounced Nao. It says on that here N-A-O, so you might think it's called Nao, but it's actually pronounced Nao. And it's the Nao RL. So the RL stands for reactive lighting. So I've not opened the box up. So let's open the box up. There's a quick glimpse of the back of it. So this beast of a torch is 1500 lumens. So 1500 lumens should be like having a floodlight in my head. So really looking forward to getting out there and using it. But for now, let's open the box, have a quick look at the contents, and then I'm going to get outside and use it over the coming days and weeks. Instructions. So yeah, let's get rid of those for now. We've got a little cloth bag, which I shall show you the contents of shortly. And here we go, that's the head torch, just here. Battery coming out, head torch, let's get rid of the box. So this is a head torch. These wires have just got themselves tangled just by looking at them. I might fast forward this part of the video until I get my head round. What the heck have I done? So things to notice. So obvious thing, head torch at the front here, battery pack goes at the back. So I've not plugged it in yet, but just to show you how it will fit, that will go on your head like so. I'm going to have to adjust that because that's super sloppy. But that's how it goes on your head. So it just means when you're running with it, it's got a nice balanced weight. So it's not all the way to the front. That's why it's a really good design like that. These orange bits, super stretchy, elasticated. And to adjust them, I'm assuming, this bit just here, yeah, okay, just pulls up. And that presses down to lock it in place. So I've probably done that too much now. No, that's okay. That's okay, like so. So that's comfortable fit. Let's plug it in. So initially, when it first comes, this cable here isn't attached. And the way to attach it, without looking like somebody who doesn't know what they're on about, you got a little grey bit here. So I'm going to press that down. And, here we go, yeah. So just press that down, that slid out. So fast forwarding a little bit, I've just been playing about with this to see how easy it is to attach the plug to the battery and attach the battery to here. So there's definitely an easier way to do this. So initially you'd think, plug that in there, like so, and then try and slide that onto here. That's a bit of a faff, to be honest. I think the best way to do this is going to be, this has got a definite shape to it, and so is this. So if you get the cable, if I try and do this so you can see it, cable, that goes in there, should clip in place, is that right? Almost. Let me do it so I can see what I'm doing, then I'll show you what I've done. Okay, that has now clipped into this little segment that's cut out. Then you get the battery like that. That should slide straight on, and there's a little click. And as soon as I've clicked that on, a couple of little lights at the back. So it is pre-charged, has a pre-charge on the battery. A couple of little lights, that's probably about 50% charged. I will charge it as soon as I've finished doing this bit of video before I head out. So let's get out my head. So, yep, so you can adjust the strap at the back there like I semi-did very briefly earlier. And, okay, where's the button? Where's the... Oh! Okay, I am doing that. Yep, yep. The button to adjust the light is on the bottom. I was expecting it to be on the top. Okay, so it's... just making sure this is comfortable. Battery pack on the back. As you can see, head torch on the front. Should be even distribution when you're moving about, especially when you're running. And to turn it on, you press the button on the bottom. I slink down so we can make sure we see my head. So I'll turn that 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's the same as the old one. The old one used to adjust a big knob on the side, and it was 1, 2, 3 to adjust the beams. I had 3 settings for the standard setting, 3 settings for the reactive setting. And to adjust it on this one, I'm assuming to press and hold. Okay, that did flash. So I'm assuming that is now either in reactive mode or in standard mode. And then it'll be 1, 2, 3. I'm just pointing this slightly away from the camera because I don't want to blind you. That's it on my head. It's out the box. I plugged it in. Let's get out on the trails and test it out. So I've been out using the head torch on the trails, giving it a good test over some time, and let's give you some stats and thoughts on what I think of it. So the unit itself is 145 grams, so incredibly light, much lighter than the previous version. The lamp head, it's got multiple LEDs on it. It's very thin and light, very thin, incredibly thin for a head torch. And you're able to point the light smoothly in any direction you want, well, in any direction, up or down, with no clicks. On the previous head torch I had, it clicked, one click at a time, to indicate where the beam was going to point. This is a smoother action, there's no clicks at all. Seems to work fine, holds itself when you've set it in your position. Let's just hope over time that doesn't loosen off and start to move when you don't want it to. But I'm sure they've tested this out and it should be fine. So the battery pack, battery at the back. When you've got the torch turned on, let's get it turned on. There we go. That is it on. When it's on, at the back you've got the strobe light just there. Now you can adjust that very easily. There's a little button, I don't know if you can make it out, just here. And if you press that, it should change. Here we go, it's changed to a solid light instead of the strobe. And you can press it again, turns it back to the strobe. And if you press and hold, turns it off. So when you're running, if you want that to be on a continuous light on the back of your head, or a flashing light, or no light at all, you just adjust it with that little button just there. What else? The battery. Okay, if I turn the head torch off, press and hold. No, there we go. Press 3 times, it turns off. Battery itself, it's got a USB-C port, so I'll disconnect it. There we go. So just on, can you make that out there? That is a USB-C port, which uses this cable that it comes with. So that's how you charge it. Plug it into the battery, stick the other end into a socket on the wall, or you plug with one of the adapters. You can also, if you got the right sort of cable, you can charge your phone and your watch. So as long as you've got the right cable with you and you're running out of juice on your watch or your phone, and you're not going to be using your head torch for a wee while, you can use that as a battery charger, which is really good. Good feature. Also with the battery, you can order a spare battery. They do cost more and you have to order them separately. And if you're going to be doing long distance running events, in your kit list, you're going to have a spare battery. So you will have to buy a spare one of these. I've got one on order, so it should be arriving soon. So the beams of the head torch, they're different brightnesses. If I click through those, you can see a few different ones. Click and hold, changes it up and goes incredibly light. You get the gist. So you get reactive mode and the standard mode. You get 3 different beams, 3 different light intensities with each mode. I'm going to use it on the reactive mode almost all the time. I'll probably have it on the second setting, and occasionally I'll put it on full whack, so I've got 1500 lumens. But I'll probably only use that now and again, depending on the conditions, how long your run's going to be, how long you're going to be out for. If you're going to need to conserve your battery life, obviously you're not going to have it on 1500 lumens for ages. But as you read on the stats there, you can work out what's going to work best for you. But I can say number 2 beam on the reactive is absolutely brilliant. Plenty of light when out running at night on a trail, technical trail as well, through the trees, rocks about. And if you stick it onto full whack, onto the 1500 lumens, it's amazing. But I'm going to be conscious that that is going to chew into the battery time a bit. Now the pouch it comes with, a couple of uses. First of all, it carries your little charging cable and the top strap, which I have already added on. I'll take it off because I don't think I'm probably going to use it. But there is a top strap, and I'll show you how to attach that. So you can carry both of those in your nice little pouch. And really cool feature, if you put your head torch onto standard mode, not reactive, stick it in the bag, cinch up the 2 cords, you can hang it from the top and use it as a lantern. So that's really good. Really cool feature. Now the headband itself, going around here, that is reflective, so added visibility at night, and the unit itself is IPX4, which basically means it's going to be good for water splashes, rain sort of use. Just don't drop the thing in the river because it's not fully submergible. So IPX4 for the head torch itself. So I realise I've not actually mentioned what reactive lighting is. So reactive lighting in a nutshell is if you're looking at something close up, the beam will be a certain strength, and if you look further away, the beam automatically adjusts so it doesn't waste battery life. So it will conserve your battery and automatically adjust depending what you're looking at. Works really well, and why wouldn't you use it? It's a great feature, so stick it on reactive lighting mode. Price of the head torch, the price is not cheap. It's 150 quid for this head torch, which sounds like a lot for a head torch. But I know loads of people, and myself included, over the years have had a drawer full of different head torches, which have bought cheaper ones, never particularly been happy with any of them. You end up buying quite a few, and if you add up the price you paid for all those different head torches, you might as well just get one good one that's going to last you absolutely ages, and you're going to be super happy with it. So the price is not cheap, but well worth it. So yeah, I'd definitely say invest that extra bit of money and get yourself the Petzl Nao RL. So that pretty much wraps everything up. Thanks very much for watching. I hope this was informative, some help to you. And do me a favour, hit the subscribe button, leave a like, and I'll see you for the next one. Cheers. How you doing, everyone? Thanks for... So the unit itself, including the...